Title: The Misery Behind the Rain That Follows Her. In a village called Dry Hollow, there was a lady who no one really knew where she came from. Some said she wandered from the mountains, others swore she was born of the river. But all the old folks in Dry Hollow agreed on one thing: ever since she arrived, whenever she stepped outside, it rained. That was no small thing. Dry Hollow hadn't seen a proper rainfall in almost 2 years. The red earth had cracked like shattered glass, and cattle died where they stood, their bones bleaching under a relentless sun. People packed up and left. Shops closed. Crops failed. Then, one day, she arrived. She walked into town barefoot, in a pale blue dress, her hair long and black like oil in moonlight. She didn't speak much, and when she did, her voice was soft, barely above a whisper. She rented a small cabin on the edge of town. Folks called her Reny. No one knew her real name. The first time it happened was on a Thursday. Reny stepped out of her cabin, walked into town to buy some flour, and the skies opened up. Not a drizzle. Not a sprinkle. A storm. Heavy, wild, beautiful. The ground drank it like a miracle. People stared at her as she passed, soaked to the bone, her face serene. The rain stopped almost the moment she stepped back inside. That night, no one could talk about anything else. "She's blessed," one farmer whispered. "She's cursed," muttered another. "Maybe she's both," said old Nellie, sipping her whiskey from the porch of the saloon. It didn't stop there. The pattern continued. Every time she left her house, it rained. Always over Dry Hollow. Always within minutes. She never stayed out long, and the rain never lasted after she returned. It became routine, almost expected. Farmers tried to follow her. Some even begged her to visit their lands. She never did. She walked the town, always the same slow, silent steps, never smiling, never angry, just present. Some folks said she was a sign from God. Others swore she was a witch. But none dared confront her. Except Eli Boone. Eli was a rancher with nothing left to lose. His land had turned to dust. His horses had starved. And his daughter, Sarah, coughed every night from the dust storms that rolled through their barn. He had gone through enough. One morning, he rode into town and found Reny walking through the market square. "You," he called out. "Are you going to help me or not?" She turned, calm as ever. Her eyes were strange, green with flecks of gold. She didn't speak. "I've got land 2 miles from here," Eli said. "It's dying. I'm not asking you for charity. Just come. Walk on it. Once." She looked at him for a long moment, and finally said, "Not all land is meant to grow." "What the hell does that mean?" he said. She turned away. He followed her angrily. "Now, you think this is a game? I've got a daughter who coughs blood. If you can bring rain, then do it. Or are you just some trick of the wind?" She stopped walking. The sky darkened. "You want the rain," she said. "But you don't want the reason behind it." Eli stared at her, confused and furious. "What reason?" Reny looked up at the clouds. "Every drop of rain has a price." Then she walked away. That afternoon, the town flooded for the first time in decades. The streets filled like rivers. Houses floated. Trees tore from their roots. And Reny vanished. No one saw her for days. When she returned, the air was dry again. But she looked different, tired, and older somehow. Her skin pale as bone. Her steps slower. The town kept their distance. But the little girl didn't. Her name is June Carson, and she was 12 when Rany arrived. June watched her like others watched the sky. She wasn't scared of her. She was fascinated. Rani never noticed her, not at first. But June saw the way the wind seemed to follow her. June noticed how birds never sang when she passed. June kept a journal, marking every time she left her house, every time it rained. Then one day, she spoke to June. "You have questions," she said. June nodded. "What are you?" She paused, then smiled faintly. "Not what. Who?" "So who are you?" June said. She looked far off, toward the hills. "I was once a girl like you. I don't understand," June said. She knelt down and brushed a strand of hair behind her ear. "Long ago, I made a choice. A town I loved was dying. So I prayed for rain. But I prayed wrong. I said I would give anything, and something heard me. I shivered." "What happened?" June asked. "It gave me what I wanted. The rains came. But not just once. Forever. Bound to me. Now I carry the storm wherever I go. But why don't you stay out longer? Let it rain more?" June asked. She looked at her with a deep sadness. And replied, "Because the more I walk, the more of me the rain takes. It feeds on my soul. My memories. My time." She felt tears sitting in her eyes. "But why don't you stop?" June asked. "Because people need rain. Even if they don't understand the cost," she said. That night, June watched Reny from her window. She stood under the moon, face upturned, tears mingling with the mist that began to fall. Years passed. Reny grew older, faster than anyone should. Her hair grayed. Her steps faltered. But she kept walking. And each time she did, Dry Hollow bloomed. The town revived. The soil darkened. Wildflowers returned to the hills. Tourists came. Journalists too. But none could explain the girl who brought the rain. One spring morning, she walked through the town for what would be the last time. The rain fell slow and soft. Not a storm. Not a flood. Just a gentle, golden rain that smelled of lilacs and lightning. Then she disappeared. Some say she walked into the mountains and never came back. Others believe she became the rain itself, forever watching over the west. As for June, she grew up, left town, but she returned every year on the day she vanished. And every time she steps out into Dry Hollow, even if the sun is shining, she can feel the air shift. Like Reny is still there. Waiting. Watching. And maybe, just maybe, walking beside her. Because some legends don't disappear, they become part of the land. This is a story Dry Hollow will never forget. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. Thank you.